All right, we're ready to play ball here. Houston County will take the field. Let me go over Houston County's defense. Starting on the mound here in game one is going to be Ethan Kinney, right-hander. On the infield, Caden Harvey, freshman, will be playing over at third base. Senior Isaiah Galson will be playing at shortstop. Tyson Gaines will handle second base duties tonight. And over at first is Nick Hardy. In the left field, freshman Jet Waller. Noah Odom will be playing center, and Davian Hammonds in right. Raymond Bird will be behind the plate and handle all the catching duties, probably in both games. And that's your defense for Houston County. Batting here in the top of the first for Coffee. Let me go over their whole lineup again. Dave already gave it to you, but Ben Fussell, second baseman, will lead off. Hitting second will be the shortstop, Gavin McElroy. Hitting third will be the right fielder, Barrett Harrell. The DH, Conley McDaniel, will be hitting in the cleanup spot. He'll be hitting for Carter McMillan, who's the first baseman. Eli Wood will pitch here in game one, and he'll be batting fifth. Hitting sixth will be the third baseman, Taven Harden. Hitting seventh will be the left fielder, Will Walker. The catcher, Eli Vickers, will hit eighth. And rounding up the 9 spot will be the center fielder, Reed Harden. So here in the first will be Fussell, McElroy, and Harrell first to face Ethan Kinney. All right, Ben Fussell steps in. Got a slight breeze from right to left. That's low in the dirt outside, ball one. 1-0 the count to Fussell.
Yeah, I thought they really got him shaded. The right fielder's shaded over the center field.
Yeah. And as usual, and there's a strike right down the chute. Strike one out, even count at 1-1. Yeah, and as usual, except for the center fielder, the outfielders there have a lot of speed, and they usually don't play very deep, especially Davian Hammonds over in right. There's a fastball, stays up. That's going to run the count to 2-1. That's high, ball 3. 3-1 to count now to Fussell. 3 fastballs there in a row for Kenny. Here's the 3-1. In there for a strike right down the chute. That'll run the count full. 3-2 now. Nobody out here, top of the first. Houston County and Coffee if you're just joining us. Here's the 3-2. And that's popped up. First baseman Reed Harden. And Tyson Gaines comes over and makes the catch right behind the first baseman.
Yeah, just when I said in the Spillers Orthodontics pregame show the wind wouldn't be a factor, and that blew it back over in play away from first.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so 1 out here. That'll bring up Gavin McElroy, the shortstop. I thought that was striking. Must have been a little bit outside. It looked pretty good from our angle, but that's ball 1. Kenny gets his sign. Here's the 1-0. In there for a strike, a swing and a miss. 1-1.
Nice changeup by Kenny.
Yeah. Yeah, McElroy definitely out ahead of that one. 1-1 the count. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2 the count. Barrett Harrell, the right fielder, stands on deck. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. We're going to have to throw down to first, and the throw is good. 2 away here quickly. That's the first Flint Energy K for Ethan Kinney. and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Barrett Harrell.
Yeah, McElroy, the leading hitter for Coffee County. He's hitting .850 according to Max Preps, and he's undoubtedly the one that makes Coffee County's offense go.
Yep. Foul off toward the Coffee dugout. Strike one. Kenny doing a good job of getting ahead of the hitters.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-1. Foul back to the screen. 0-2 now the count on Harrell.
Yeah.
Conley McDaniel, the DH, on deck.
With the exception of the leadoff hitter, you're right, Bill. He came back to get him out on a full count.
Yeah, he had a little trouble with that first hitter finding his fastball rhythm there, but he's in the groove now. And there's a pitch. Whoa, everybody was walking to the dugout.
Yeah.
I thought that was it. I think even the batter started to walk away. But no call. So 1-2 the count. Here's the 1-2. A half swing, grounds the ball shortstop. Across in time. Good throw by Isaiah Galson. 3 up, 3 down. So 1-2 here in the first. Here's the 1-2. We're headed to the bottom. Houston County will come up. You're listening to Sports Mike Digital Network, powered by Hughes Honda.
Are you looking for fine meats and top-tier catering? Well, look no more. Here at the Butcher Shop, it's all waiting for you. We specialize in fresh, grade-A meats, chicken, pork, vegetables, marinade, and homemade sweets. Our prices are as good as any supermarkets in the area. And let's not forget our exceptional hometown service is still second to none. So stop by and see David and Amy Dean along with their fine staff. The Butcher Shop, now located right across from Lowe's Home Improvements at 1057 Highway 96, Warner Robins, Georgia, or call 478-988-9262.
Right.
You're listening to the Sports Mike Broadcast Network.
Named the #1 best value university in Georgia, Middle Georgia State University. We have a wide variety of high-quality undergraduate and graduate degree programs to choose from that are offered at the lowest tuition rates in the state. Offering programs on 5 campus locations as well as online, our degrees can lead to careers in in-demand fields such as business, information technology, nursing, computer science, and more. Learn more at mga.edu.
You're listening to the Sports Mike Broadcast Network.
Hi, welcome back, everybody. This is Dave Holsey along with Bill Beatty here at the Garden. Houston County taking on Coffee County in Game 2 of a 3-game series. Houston County won the first one Tuesday, 41. And leading off for the Houston County Bears will be the third baseman, number 6, Caden Harvey, the catcher, Raymond Bird, and the shortstop, Isaiah Gallison. For all the play-by-play action, Mr. Bill Beatty.
All right, thanks, Dave. All right, righty Eli Wood on the mound here in Game 1 for Coffee. Freshman Caden Harvey's going to step to the plate.
Yeah, Houston County playing a lot of young players.
Yeah.
I can't help but wonder, you better beat them now, because
yeah, in a couple years they're going to be really, really good.
it's going to be hard to beat them.
This guy's really good. Got speed, got a great arm, plays great defensive third base, doing a really good job. Wood take a pretty long time to get his sign. Harvey finally calls time, steps out of the box. Time was granted by the home plate umpire. Here's the first pitch to Harvey, and that swung hit over the second baseman. I thought it got over his head. Great play there by Ben Fussell. He got probably as high as he can get and made the catch, and I actually thought it got over his glove, but that's a line out there to the second baseman.
I hate to see that. Caden already hit the ball really hard right back up the middle, but give Ben Fussell a lot of credit for making that play.
All right, Raymond Bird, the catcher, steps in. We're We're here in the bottom of the first. Coffee County did not score there in the top. I think the catcher, Vickers, had a little equipment problem. He went over to the dugout just for a second. I think he got that fixed. We're ready to go now. So Bird steps in. Here's the first pitch by Wood. Fastball just a little below the knees, ball one. Eli Wood is a junior righty. There's a strike right down the pipe. Strike one. 1-1 now the count to Raymond Bird. Isaiah Galson on deck. Wood gets a sign. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball. Took a little something off that one. 1-2 now the count on Bird. There's one out after the line out by Harvey. Wood gets his sign. Here's the 1-2. Half swing check. They check. He said he did not go. So 2-2. He was close, I'm going to tell you, folks. From my angle, I almost thought he did, but he did not. So 2-2 now the count. One away here, bottom of the first, no score. This is the Sports Mike app game of the week that you're listening to. Wood gets a sign. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Took something off of that one again. Had Bird way out in front. And that's Wood's first Flint Energy K. So quickly two away here in the bottom of the first. Isaiah Galson, shortstop, steps in.
You know, Wood doing a good job of changing speeds.
Yeah.
Keeping the batters off.
Here's the first pitch to Gallison. Fastball at the knees, caught the outside corner there, strike one. Here's the 0-1. And it's driven up the middle. A line shot right at the center fielder. Two hard hit balls here in the first, but nothing to gain. Two line outs. So 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom first. So after one complete, your score is 0-0. This is high school baseball on the Sports Mike Digital Network, powered by Hughes Honda.
What families need after suffering the loss of a loved one is time to come together to celebrate a life that was well lived in the way they choose and to focus on each other. McCullough Funeral Home is here to help you find the way to do just that, no matter what the right way is for you. At McCullough, it is our privilege to simply walk beside you and help guide you in the journey toward healing.
McCullough Funeral Home are proud sponsors of all Houston County High School sports.
You're listening to the Sports Mike Broadcast Network.
Precision Collision Center, located next to the Dairy Queen on Highway 49 in Byron, Georgia. Offering collision repairs, frame and unit body repairs, wheel alignments, computerized color matching, and more. Family owned and operated. Serving all of Central Georgia. Precision Collision's auto body technicians are the best of the best in the state of Georgia. Middle Georgia's first choice in automobile and collision repair. Precision Collision Center in Byron.
You're listening to the Sports Mike Broadcast Network.
All right, welcome back. If you're just joining us, we played an inning of play and score is 0-0. Both teams going up, 3 down. As we come to the top of the second for Coffee County, it'll be the cleanup hitter, number 9, Conley McDaniel. Number 6, the pitcher, Eli Wood. And number 16, the third baseman, Taven Harden. And for all the play-by-play action, Mr. Bill Beatty.
Thank you, David. All right, Conley McDaniel, the DH, he's hitting for the first baseman today, Carter McMillan. He steps in. He's a right-handed hitter. Breaking ball stays low. They check. He said he did not go. Now that I was for sure he didn't go.
Right.
1-0 the count. Here's 1-0. Swung foul back over by the Houston County gym.
Yeah, when your hands stay back like that, it's pretty much a good indicator that he didn't go.
Yeah. All right, 1-1 the count. That's driven over the second baseman's head, and Davian Hammonds just can't get to it. It was a little blooper. Gaines didn't have a chance at it. Davian Hammonds, who's playing shallow, tried to get it, and it short hopped him. He just couldn't get there. He's got a lot of speed out there, so that's going to be a leadoff single here for Conley McDaniel. That's going to have a runner at first. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Eli Wood. Now, he throws right, but he hits lefty here, exposing that that pitching arm. I never have figured out why pitchers do that, but he squares the bunt, but he pulls back. The pitch was high, so that's going to be ball one. Bird looked at him real hard. He wanted to throw down there. The runner was having a hard time getting back, but he did make it back.
Yeah, being a left-handed batter probably hampered that.
And he squares again. There's a bunt down third base line, and it goes foul. So that's going to even the count at 1-1. They're trying to get that runner over second. Let's see if he's willing to bunt one more time here. 1-1 the count. He's already squared twice. And he squares again. And he pops this one up. Bird dies, but he can't get to it. Good effort by Raymond Bird. So that's going to bring the count to 1-2 now. More than likely he'll pull it bunt off, but that doesn't mean he has to.
You know, last Friday when Houston County played Thomas County Central, both teams did a lot of bunting with two strikes on the batter.
Yeah. I used to do it all the time. If I had a good bunter up there, I felt like sometime they maybe intentionally hit it foul because they wanted to hit, but if they were a good bunter and I needed to advance that runner, I'd make them do it again, and that just about every time, almost 100%, they get it down.
Yeah, you have confidence in your batter, and you can also catch the defense on sleep.
Because if you do hit it foul on that bunting, that is an out. So here's the 1-2, and that swung and foul back to the screen. Count will stay 1-2. So he did pull the bunt off, and he's giving signs again. We'll see. Runner getting a pretty good lead over there against the righty pitcher. Throw over. He's back in time. Pretty good move. I'd say that was his B+ move. Here's the 1-2. That's high. Stays outside. Ball 2. 2-2. Don't want to get so concerned with that runner that you lose focus on that hitter. So 2-2 the count. Runner at first, taking his lead. Kenny gives him a look. Here's the 2-2. That's hit to left field. It's a high blooper. Jet Waller coming in, and he makes the catch. Runner will retreat back to first. So one away. And that brings up the third baseman, Taven Harden. Now, look, there's a Taven Harden and a Reed Harden. They're both juniors. I'm assuming they may be brothers. They may be twins. Not sure. Cousins. Oh, okay, cousins. Okay, cool. All right. Throw down by Bird, and it gets away from Nick Hardy, the first baseman, but not far enough that the runner wants to take a chance there.
Yeah.
Good job by Caden Harvey coming down that throw back from the first baseman to the pitcher. He's all the way down in the grass, backing that throw up, just like, boy, I wish a lot of ninth graders I used to coach knew to do that. or would do that, even though you tell them to do that. That's high. Ball 2, 2-0. We got one out here. Top of the second. No score in the first by either team. 3 up, 3 down. Coffee started with a leadoff single here and had a fly out. 2-0 count here on Taven Harden. And that's fouled off. Way over near the HOCO hitting complex over there. 2-1 to count. Harden's the third baseman. Will Walker, the left fielder, is on deck. Kenny looks at the runner. Here's the 2-1. That's in there for a strike right at the belt. Harden may have thought it was a little bit high.
Well, that hadn't been consistent with the way he's called that high pitch all in the early going, so I can see why.
Yeah. 2-2. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. That was probably out of the zone, but he swung. Second Flint Energy K for Kenny. 2 away now. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Will Walker. He's also a right-handed hitter. He steps in. Runner taking his lead. Low, ball 1. I'm going to say they're looked like a pretty fast run over there at first. I'm going to say they respect Raymond Bird's arm. They're not too frisky to try to. There's a thrower by Kenny. That was a little bit closer. He was kind of standing off the back of the rubber and just threw it back over there.
Almost like he got a running start when he threw it.
Yeah. There's another throw over by Kenny. Close again. That might have been the B++ move. Kenny gets a sign, checks the runner. Here's the. That was right down the middle, but it must have been a little bit low. I don't think Kenny liked that one. Thought he had a strike there. 2-0 the count if the scoreboard's right.
I have it 2-0.
Ball 3 inside. 3-0 the count. 2 down here. We're in the top of the second, excuse me. 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike at the knees. 3-1. Always want that pitcher to come back, throw some strikes, make that hitter hit the ball and let your defense play. 3-1. Another fastball, swung, missed, strike 2. So Kenny working his way back. He's worked it back to full. 2 good fastballs. Full count. 2 outs. Runner takes his lead. Here's the 3-2. In there for a strike at the knees. The third Flint Energy K. That one a looking called third strike. So Coffee here in the top of second, they get 1 hit, but they leave him stranded there at first. After 1.5, your score is 0-0. You're listening to high school baseball here on the Sports Mike app Game of the Week, sponsored by Hughes Honda.
Being there every minute, year after year. As your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, it's not just our way of doing business, it's our way of life, providing the energy our community relies on every day. And as a Touchstone Energy Cooperative member, that means value that goes far beyond the energy we provide. It's value you can't really put a price on.
Flint Energy's serving your community since 1937.
This is the Sports Mike Broadcast Network.
Hey, sports fans, this is Pastor Jim Perdue from Second Baptist Church right here in Warner Robins. We're located at 2504 Moody Road, and we'd love for you to join us on a Sunday. We meet at 9 a.m. for life groups and 10:30 a.m. for worship. You can find out more information on our website at secondfamily.church. That's secondfamily.church. Our prayers and support go out to all the coaches and athletes for a safe and successful season. From Second Baptist Church, your second family.
You're listening to the Sports Mike Broadcast Network.
Welcome back, everyone. We're here at the Garden for today's Region 2 Classification 5A matchup between Coffee County and Houston County Bears. If you just joined us, we played an inning and a half. It's 0-0. As Houston County comes up to bat at the bottom of the second, it'll be Ethan Kenny, Nate Odom, and the designated hitter, George Barrett, for all the play-by-play action. Mr. Bill.
All right, thank you, David. All right, Ethan Kenny steps in, the pitcher for Houston County here in Game 1. He's a right-handed hitter, hitting here in the cleanup spot. We've had one base runner here in the ball game. Leadoff single by Coffee here in the top of the second, but he was stranded there at first. Breaking ball's fouled down the left field line by Kenny. He was probably thinking, I wish I'd have waited on a fastball. He steps in there, 0-1. Wood gets his sign. Here's the 0-1 pitch. High. That'll even the count at 1-1.
Nice.
Noah Odom, the center fielder, on deck. Wood gets his sign. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Beautiful pitch. Right there at the belt. 1-2 now the count. Beautiful day here at the ballpark. If you don't have anything to do, come on out and see a little baseball. Here's the 1-2 pitch by Wood. Another breaking ball. That must stay low, I guess. I think the catcher tried to pull it up and frame it a little bit, but stayed low, so even the count at 2-2.
Yeah,
that was a dangerous one to take there. That was pretty close.
I don't think I could have argued if he called that a strike.
No. Here's the 2-2. There was a low swing at hitting the dirt, but the catcher immediately tagged Kenny. So the second Flint Energy K for Eli Wood. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Noah Odom. Now, at the beginning of the season, Odom was sitting in the 9 slot. He's moved up to the number 5 slot here recently.
Noah had a big hit that win in Game 2 of the series with Thomas County Central.
And there's a strike right down the chute. Strike 1 to Odom. Odom, a right-handed hitter. A little bit of wind blowing right to left. Here's the 0-1. Beat into the dirt, dribbles down toward the Coffee dugout. Hunter Klesko, the son of former Brave Ryan Klesko. I'm assuming he's not in the lineup here in Game 1. I'm assuming he may be pitching in Game 2. I'm just guessing. Big junior for the Coffee Trojans. Here's the 0-2 high. 1-2. Ryan Klesko's here today. We've already seen him come to see his son. We didn't know that he was now living down there in Douglas. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's the third Flint Energy K for Wood. Good breaking ball there. 2 strikeouts here in the second.
Yeah, Noah got tied up with that one.
Yep. All right, George Bassett, DH here, steps in. He's hitting for the left fielder, Jet Waller. 2 outs here, bottom of the second, no score. Outside, ball 1.
Do you know what classification he is by chance?
Freshman.
Bill?
He's a freshman.
He's an incredible player. He came on late in game 1 of that doubleheader and got a hit. And then the next 2 batters hit bats in game 2. He had hits.
Yeah. And that's fouled off into the parking lot. Let's see. Well, it didn't get a car. It bounced over a car, so I think everybody's good. Everybody in the parking lot's good. 1-1 to count. 2 away here. We're in the bottom of the second. No score. Houston County and Coffee. Swing and a miss at the 1-1. A little bit outside. George probably out in front of it a little bit trying to pull it. That's one of those you want to take to left field. George is a left-handed hitter. Probably want to just drive that ball to left field. 1-2 the count. Wood steps off the back of the mound. He wants his catcher to go back through those signals one more time. Now we're ready. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball towards second. Ben Fussell up with it. Over in time for the out. 4-3. So once again, 3 up, 3 down for the Bears. Have finished 2 complete. You're listening to high school baseball here on the Sports Mike Digital Network, powered by Hughes Honda.
For more than 15 years, Sports Mike has served the community by providing broadcasts of Central Georgia sporting events. Through our broadcast platform, the Sports Mike app, we stream coverage of live events for Houston County and share our system with several nearby communities, including Gray, Forsyth, and Cochran. The Sports Mike app is free to download and use, compliments of our wonderful network partners. We encourage you to support these businesses who have been so generous in building this program. Download the app today by typing in SPORTSMIC on Google Play or the App Store. The Sports Mike app, the voice of Central Georgia sports.
You're listening to the Sports Mike Broadcast Network.
What does your smile journey look like? At Spillers Orthodontics, our experienced doctors and staff can help you understand your options. Whether it's Invisalign or traditional braces, they will guide you to your perfect smile. Dr. Don Spillers, Dr. Trey Spillers, and Dr. Adam Gordon have a combined 44 years of experience offering high-quality orthodontic treatments. Visit our offices in Warner Robins and Macon or online at drspillers.com to begin your journey to that radiant smile.
Spillers Orthodontics, where great smiles begin.
You're listening to the Sports Mike Broadcast Network.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We're here at the top of the third. Kenny's pitch to Eli Vickers is down in the dirt, taken for ball 1. If you're just joining us, we're played 2 scoreless innings. Got a pitcher's battle going on. Eli Vickers, the catcher, takes ball 1. Ethan Kinney on the mound. Pitching from the stretch. Fastball straight down the middle, strike 1. 1-1 your count.
Vickers, a big kid, got the size of the catcher, doing a good job behind the plate so far today.
Yes. Here's the pitch. Low, they're taken for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Nobody out. No score in our game. It's been a well-played game. No errors. We only had 1 base runner.
Yeah, both pitchers struck out 3.
Strike down the middle. 2-2 the count now. Ethan Kinney already with 3 strikeouts on the day. Looking in, shakes off Bird. Set now. That fastball fouled off.
There's another one over by the gym.
We'll stay at 2-2. The count. Yeah, days like this, and the way these balls are going foul, it makes me glad that I have a 0 comprehensive deductible. Pitch by Kenny. Off speed. Swung on. Missed. He's going to say it hit the bat.
Yeah, so it hit something.
Because the ball, yeah.
And you know what? I'm thinking it hit him, and he swung. But I'm thinking it hit him.
Well, it being that he swung, it'd still be a
right. Exactly. But he's saying it hit the bat. It definitely hit something.
Right.
Because that ball went straight down.
And he's going to go and ask for help, which is a good thing. Good.
But I think it hit him, which is going to be a strikeout.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why.
I think it hit him. I think he swung and it hit his arm and went straight down. And he's not happy, and the Coach Groves is not happy. But that's going to be the 4th.
Flint Energy's K.
Yeah, for Kenny.
So with 1 out, the center fielder, Reed Harden, will step in. His first plate appearance of the day. Curveball taken, strike 1. Nice curveball by Kenny. 0-1 the count. Nobody on. 1 out. Kenny, fastball high, swung on. 0-2 now. See if he comes up high or low inside with a purpose pitch, not giving him anything to hit. See if he can get some help from Harden. So foul, out of play.
That was a kind of a defensive swing, just kind of stay alive up there.
So we're going to stay at 0-2 the count. 1 out, nobody on. Kenny's been in complete control, with the exception of 1 hit, a bloop to right field that just fell in. Here's the pitch, off speed. Oh, Reed Harden did a good job of laying that off. He wanted to swing, but he held back.
Yeah, I think Kenny wanted that called, but I thought it was definitely low.
I mean, yeah. Borderline bounced up there. Fastball high, taken for ball 2. So 2-2 the count now. 1 out. Kenny looking in. Comes 2. Overthrows low. So now, after being down 0-2, Reed Harden's been able to battle his way back to a full count.
He's done a good job battling back there.
Yeah.
It was 0-2, fouled 1 off, and taking 3 straight balls.
Pitch swung on. That's going to hit the Isaiah Gallison, and he'll go over to Hardy for the out. 6-3 on your scoreboard. So now we're going to go back up to the top of the lineup to Ben Fussell, the second baseman. Ben flew out, or popped up, I should say, to Tyson Gaines, his first at bat. Also made a nice stab of a line drive going up the middle that we thought was going to be a base hit. So 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. Ball low, it's taken. So 1-0 the count. See if Fussell can get something going for Coffee County with 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. Benny's pitch, strike.
Good strike at the knees there by Kenny.
Yeah, I don't.
It's kind of inside corner, and I think it would have handcuffed him a little bit, and he just took it. Throw another one right there. I think it'd be perfect.
Oh, off speed, it bounces, taken for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Yeah, it really wasn't a fastball, but it didn't really look like a curve. Maybe just took something off of it.
Yeah.
So 2-1 the count. 2 outs. Swung on, foul down the third base line.
Came inside on him again. Kind of jammed him a little bit. He fouled out right off his foot. I'm telling you what, that hurts. I had a player yesterday that did that. He walked around for a pretty good bit. Hurting.
Yes.
That hurts.
With 2 outs, Ben Fussell stepped back in the box with a 2-2 count. Both teams having a hard time getting anything going here in this game.
Yep. 2-2 the count, 2 outs.
Swung on foul, back in the screen. Stay at 2-2. And Ben Fussell will live and fight for another day, for another pitch. Kenny looking in from the stretch. Fastball here. That's going to be a loud strike foul down the left field line.
He was way out in front of that one. He pulled that. That was one of those like you hook off the tee there in golf. That was a hook all the way.
Yeah,
he started out fair, but then ended up way fouls. Pretty deep.
It was hit on the line. Just, like you said, he got to run just early and pulled it down the left field line. So Ben Fussell will step back in with another 2-2 count here in the top of the third inning. Here's the pitch from Ethan Kenning. Swung, hit the center field. Noah Odom's got a beat on it. That'll be it. So we play 2.5 here in the Garden. Your score, Coffee County 0. Houston County coming to bat 0. This is the Sports Mike Digital Broadcast Network, powered by Hughes Honda.
When you're injured in an accident, it's easy to feel like you're alone, but you're not. The Dozier Law Firm will fight for you. The Dozier Law Firm are experienced personal injury attorneys, and we serve clients throughout Georgia. If you or a loved one is the victim of medical malpractice, an auto accident, or other severe trauma, call us for a free consultation. You don't pay unless we win. The Dozier Law Firm, 478-742-8441, or visit us online at dozierlaw.com. Dozier Law. When you need help, we will be there.
You're listening to the Sports Mike Broadcast Network.
National Exterminating offers friendly and courteous service. The National Exterminating team of registered technicians is a team that you can trust to be very professional in all your pest control needs. With over 13,000 satisfied customers, they are affordable, effective, and environmentally friendly. Pest control is their only business. Call today at 478-922-1410. National Exterminating is proud to support all Houston County teams, and good luck this season.
This is the Sports Mike Broadcast Network.
All right, welcome back. We're headed to the bottom of the third. Coming up here for Houston County, the bottom of the third will be the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Houston County's gone 3 up, 3 down in the top first 2 innings. So we'll have the first baseman, Nick Hardy, followed by the right fielder, Davian Hammonds, and the second baseman, Tyson Gaines. And here to bring you the action, David Hulsey.
Thank you so much, Bill. Yeah, Nick Hardy's going to step in here, lead things off for the Bears, see if they can get started. If you're just joining us, it's been a pitcher's battle. We've only had 1 hit as of right now. Here's the pitch by Wood, fastball high, taken by Nick Hardy for ball 1. Hardy steps back in the box. 1-0 the count. Eli Wood pitching from the stretch. Comes to off-speed pitch, taken inside, ball 2. So 2-0 the count. Be interesting to see if Nick Hardy takes here, Bill, with a 2-0 count.
Yep.
Not much going on offensively for the
Bears.
Bears.
Yeah, I'd say try to get some base runners here.
Woo. Ball 3, fastball high and in tight. So 3-0 the count here to Nick Hardy. Leadoff hitter for the Bears here in the bottom of the third. Yeah, Wood comes plate. Taking low, ball 4, and that's going to be the first walk of the game of the day for both teams.
Yep.
So the Bears with a leadoff runner on here. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Davian, the fastest kid in the world, Hammonds, as described by his teammates.
He is fast. He's had some good at-bats for Houston County so far this year as well.
Oh, he's another one of those young players that's going to be really good.
Yeah.
Davian swings, pulls back, they throw down to first, and Nick Hardy gets back without any problems.
Good throw down there by Vickers, trying to get the runner.
Trying to see what umpire, he really didn't.
Yeah.
I guess he pulled back for ball 1 on the on attempt.
Yeah, I think so.
So 1-0 the count. He squares the game, bunts right back to Eli Wood. Eli's going to go to second, and they're going to get him on a fielder's choice.
Yeah, that's what you don't want to happen there. He bunted it, and he bunt it kind of hard and right back at the pitcher. And that's about the only way you're going to get that lead runner down there at second when you hit bunt one that hard back to the pitcher. Then you have a chance. And it wasn't even close down there. He got it by a mile. Now, all you did right there is you put a faster runner at first.
That's right.
So that's what you got right now.
So David Hammond's on first. Tyson Gaines, the second baseman, up to bat. Swings at a fastball. Fouled out of play for strike one. So one down. David Hammond's on first base. Tyson Gaines wanting to move him around. Get him in scoring position for the Bears. Snap throw by Eli Wood over, and David Hammond's has no problem getting back. So 0-1 the count. Tyson Gaines with one out. Eli Wood comes late. Low ball bounces, get away, and David Hammonds is going to take second on the wild pitch.
Yeah. It won't get away from the catcher much for him to get down there. He had a great read on it. Ball bounced away from the catcher, and pretty much by the time he picked it up, Hammonds had that stride down there, boy. He was flying.
Yep.
He was already standing that bag by the time the catcher picked it up.
Gaines can just get a single here. I'd like to see David Hammonds come around and score. Tyson's going to call time. He said David Hammonds with a lead. Ben Fussell danced over, not too close, but enough where they could want to do a timing play. But here's the fastball in the dirt, taken for ball two. 2-1 the count.
Tell you what, Hammonds had a great secondary, and it wouldn't have taken much if that ball had gotten away. That ball was in the dirt. If it got away from catcher any little bit, he would have kept going.
Oh, yeah.
He had a great jump and a great secondary.
So 2-1 the count to Tyson Gaines. Eli Wood looking in. Pitch, fastball, swung on, missed by Gaines. So 2-2 the count.
Yeah, Coach swung one a little bit low right there.
First base was back. I wonder if Matt Hopkins would try to bunt right here.
Well,
with
he wants something to the right side for sure.
Yep. And there's a big hole between second and first.
Well, second baseman, yes. Ooh, he checked on that one.
Yeah, that was a little close for comfort, but a ball nonetheless, and it's 3-2, 3-2 the count with one out. David Hammond standing on second base for the Bears. Eli Wood looking in. Here comes the pitch. Curveball taken in the dirt. Taken for ball four. And so after.
Second walk this inning.
Yeah, I was about to say after no walks by either pitcher in the first two innings, we have two here.
Both batters worked the count pretty good on Wood, and Wood's been around the plate most of the day. He's already had 3 strikeouts.
So that brings the top of the line with Caden Harvey. Caden flew out to the second base or popped up to Fussell the first. No, that was the line drive we thought was going to get up the middle.
Line shot. The second baseman, he got probably as high as he can get and stabbed it.
So Caden squares around a bunt, and then Eli Wood will just step off the mound, and everybody will reset. We'll try again.
Now, if he could get one, if he could lay one down and get it right down that third base line, this might be a tough play for him.
Yep.
That runner coming in for second. That's where I would like to get that bunt down, right down the third base line.
Fastball taken, strike one on the outside corner.
Be hard for that pitcher to field it. If you make that third baseman come get it, then that shortstop better get over to the third base bag.
Yeah, this would be a really good place for it because the shortstop is way over to second and third baseman is back. Here's the pitch, swung on, foul. So that's going to be 0-2 to Caden Harvey. One out, runners on first and second. Bears got something going. We just need a big hit right here.
They were 3 up, 3 down the first 2 innings, but got a little traffic going on this time after the 2 walks.
Eli Wood trying to pitch his way out of this Basketball. That's going to get through.
Yep.
And they're going to. Matt Hopkins is going to wave him home, and that's going to be the first run of the day.
Yeah, that was. He should have hit a cutoff man there because wasn't no way he was going to throw David Hammonds out of the plate.
And that's going to be your Central Georgia Technical College RBI.
Great place to hit the ball. Shortstop was over behind the runner trying to give him a few decoys like he's holding him, and Harvey hit it right where he wasn't.
So Raymond Burr, the catcher, will step in now with one out and runners on first and second. Bears looking for more runs. Bird's going to ground one to the shortstop, McElroy. And McElroy misses the ball, and we'll have an unearned run come in. Score home, that'll be E6. And we'll do it all over again.
So 2 runs here in the bottom of the third, and still runners at first and second.
We're going to have courtesy runner.
That is
Blassingame.
Blassingame. Damian Blassingame. He's also a freshman.
He can run too.
Yeah.
Bears with runners on first and second.
Isaiah Galson lined hard to the center fielder. I thought it was a line shot right to the center fielder.
Yeah. Coffee County was playing it. Here's the pitch. You know, you were talking about Houston County's outfield played shallow, and Houston County's, outfield played shallow. So does Coffee County. I think that enabled them to get the hard hit by Galson in the first at bat. So 1-0 the pitch. Eli Wood. And that's going to hit.
Ooh.
Foul.
He was hard hit ball. Is way out in front again, lined down the left field line, but too far out in front. It was foul.
Yep. Just a tad early. Just another loud strike. But 1-1 the count. 1 out. The Bears with runners on first and second. 2 runs in. And they're looking for more.
And 2 speedy guys on the base, by the way.
Isaiah Galson plate. Here's Eli Woods. Curveball taken for strike 2.
That's a good pitch. Caught that outside corner.
Yep. Isaiah was looking fastball, and he just took it. Like you said, 1-2 the count. 1 out. A lot of speed on the base pass on first and second. Oh, Isaiah swings at a high fastball, gets a piece of it, and stays alive. So 1-2 the count. Caden Harvey on second.
That was up in the zone a little bit. I think he couldn't make his mind up. It's kind of a late swing, but at least he got a piece of it. Yep. Gets another swing.
Just to see another pitch. Wood steps off the rubber. Galson out of the box, adjusting his batting gloves. Now he'll step back in. Eli back into the stretch. Here's the pitch. Galson hits the right field. That's going to get down. And in comes Harvey. And that'll be another Middle Georgia Technical College RBI for the 3rd run of the inning. Galson with a nice single going the opposite field. Runners at first and third now with 1 out. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter and the pitcher, Ethan Kenny. Ethan struck out his first at bat.
Catcher stepping out in front of the box, getting the defensive signals to his infielders, first and third situation. Your score, 3 runs here in the bottom of the third.
Fastball taken for ball one. Shoot, not a fastball. That was off speed. And we have that's a catcher's indifference play right there with Isaiah.
Well, he was going on the. I mean, he was going immediately on the pitch. I give him a stolen base.
That would be a Spiller's orthodontics stolen base. Spiller orthodontics, where great smiles began. So now we have runners second and third and one out. 1-0 the count to Ethan Kinney. 2-0 the count. Fastball is down low. So 2-0 now. Things about to get away from Coffee County. Eli pitching from the stretch. Comes home, fastball taken for strike one.
Yeah, that's the one Kenny wanted that one. He was mad at himself for not swinging that one. That was a nice ball to hit.
So 2-1 the count, one out. Runners at second and third. The Bears have already plated 3 runs and they're looking for more. We're in the bottom of the third inning.
2 speedy runners on base hit. Will probably score 2 more.
Off-speed pitch taken for strike 2. So 2-2 the count, Ethan.
He just took 2 fastballs.
Yeah. You know, Bill, we were talking about Tom earlier in the year and then with Josh last week. It just seems like everybody on Houston County's team can run.
Yeah.
You know, and I hate to be redundant because I say it week in and week out, but I got to give Coach Hopkins and his coaching staff a lot of credit for their conditioning program.
Yeah. Boy, it's good. It's good to have those speedy runners. A lot of times, some teams don't have hardly any. And boy, when you have a bunch of them, that makes things a lot easier.
Yeah. It sure does help your offense out. Put a lot of pressure on the defense.
Yeah. Kenny trying to collect himself here. He just let 2 good fastballs go by the wayside pretty much.
See, Eli throws a purpose pitch high and is up top.
Yeah, either that or he's going to throw him something outside and try to give him a chase. That must I don't know how he took it.
Yeah, and Eli Wood really wanted that pitch.
That must have just been barely outside. After he already took those 2, I don't know how he could take that one.
Off-speed taken for ball 3, so it's full count. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Eli Kenny, your pitcher, up to bat. He calls time. Some engagement. Ethan Kenny steps back in the box. Eli Wood, mound looking in. Not any big hurry to start his windup. Here we go. Pitch fastball hit to center field.
He got all of that one.
Reed Harden going back, and it's gone.
That's out.
That's going to be
into the trees.
That's going to be a national exterminating 3-run homer or a bomb right here. For Ethan Kenny, as he'll collect 3 national. He's with a national exterminating home run. He'll collect 3 Middle Georgia Technical College RBIs. And now
he may have just taken a slight lead for the Middle Georgia State University player of the game with the good work he's done on mound with 4 strikeouts so far, and then he hits the 3-run home run. Here to now bring the score to 6-0. 6 runs here in the bottom of the third.
Noah Oda coming to bat. Noah struck out his first time at bat, and he's looking for his first hit of the afternoon. Fastball inside. And
boy, this inning change
for
the worse for Eli Wood, because I'll tell you what, he was pitching really good through 2.
A couple of pitches, I think they go his way, and he's starting to get a little frustrated and feeling like he's getting squeezed.
A couple walks. I think he might have started pressing a little bit. Then Houston County's got a few hits now with the 3 hits with the runners on, and then they would drive in 6 runs.
Yeah. Curveball taken low for 2-0. To Noah Odom. Nobody on. Curveball taken for strike 1. So 1-2 the count. 1 out. The Bears have struck for 6 runs here in the bottom of the third. Noah's pitch, fastball high, taken for ball 3, so it's 3-1 the count to Noah Odom now. Bears looking for more runs.
Still only 1 out in the inning.
Noah foul, swings late, fouls one.
Oh, he almost took that out of the catcher's mitt.
Yep.
He hit that one.
So full count now. 6-0. 1 down. Noah walking around, gathering himself, going to get back in and face Eli Wood. Eli comes to bat. Here's the pitch. Swung on, mid strikeout for the second inning. That'll be a Flint Energy's K. Eli Wood's 4th of the day. So with 2 outs, George Bassett will come to bat.
This is the 9th hitter of the inning for the Bears. They've hit around now.
George Bassett grounded out to the second baseman, his first at bat.
Eli Wood now has 4 Flint Energy Ks also, along with Ethan Kinney.
Ball inside, taken by George Bassett. So George can get things going with 2 outs. Fast, no. Off-speed pitch taken, changeup. Strike 1. 1-1 the count, 2 outs. The Bears have struck for 6 runs here in the bottom of the third. George Bassett up to bat. Pitch. Changeup. Taken for strike 2. So 1-2 the count.
Bassett, a lefty hitter, one of the freshmen.
So George can take that off-speed pitch to left field. Still a little high. It's taken from.
I've been a little high, might have been a little outside. I'm not. It was fairly close though.
Ball 2, yeah.
It's one you probably don't want to take with 2 strikes on you.
2-2 the count, 2 outs, nobody on. Swung on, hit up the middle. That's going to be to Gavin McElroy. McElroy will throw over to Carter McMillan for the final out. But not before the Bears score 6 runs, 2 walks, 1, 2, 3 hits, and an error. So we played 3 here in the Garden. Your score, the Houston County Bears 6, the visiting Coffee County Trojans nothing. And this is the Sports Mike Digital Broadcast Network.
Central Georgia, get ready for a new era of championship care. Did you know that Houston Healthcare is now a part of Emory Healthcare? As Georgia's most comprehensive academic health system, Emory provides access to the nation's highest level of specialized care and technology with a convenience that is close to home. For more information, visit emoryhealthcare.org/Houston.
You're listening to the Sports Mike Broadcast Network.
All right, it's time for the McCullough Funeral Home mid-game recap. After 3 complete, your score, Houston County 6, Coffee 0. Houston County got all of their damage done in the 3rd inning. After 2 3 up, 3 down innings, there in the 3rd, they had 6 runs on 3 hits, 1 error. One error by Coffee. No runners left on base for Coffee. They've had no runs on 1 hit. No Houston County errors, 1 runner left on. So we're headed here to the top of the 4th. Coming up for Coffee here in the top of the 4th will be the 2, 3, 4 hitters. That's going to be McElroy, Harrell, and McDaniel. And here's Dave with the action.
All right, thank you. 1-1 the count here to Gavin McElroy. McElroy, the Trojans' best hitter in the they're going to get back in this game, they're going to need Gavin to come through here. Off-speed pitch. Did it hit him?
Well, it went behind him.
I was looking at McElroy's reaction, and the way he squinched up.
Somehow it was behind him, but somehow he got up, so it didn't hit him. I don't know. Both the batter and the pitcher were laughing at that one. So
yeah.
I think that one got away from Kenny. He asked for the
rosin bag.
They threw one out to him.
No hard it was thrown. I think McElroy would have just gone ahead and hit him.
A lot of the games probably hadn't needed one, but they up here in the 80s and
swung on, hit McElroy. That's Isaiah Gallison deep in the hole. He throws strong, and they got him.
Wow,
nice
showed that arm right there. Yeah. Tell you what, that was deep in the hole.
Was
backhanded, and he paused for a second and geared up and threw a missile over there. A little bit in the dirt, but Nick Hardy did a great job picking it out. Strong arm by Isaiah Gallison right there.
So one out. Barrett Harrell, the right fielder, steps in.
He grounded short back in the first inning.
Takes for ball one. McKinney in the fourth inning. Comes low, taking ball two. That's I don't know, it must be the angle I'm at, because I thought there was a strike, but nobody's complaining, so fouled up. That's popped, not fouled, it's getting popped up. And that'll be Tyson Gaines.
Yeah, once again, he catches it right over behind the first baseman, Nick Hardy. Nick Hardy heard him call it. He got out of his way and let him have it. That's two he's caught over there, right behind the first baseman.
So with 2 outs, trailing 0-6, Conley McDaniel, the cleanup hitter, will step in the bat. Conley had a single his first time at bat, so he's 1 for 1 for today.
Yeah, the only Coffee hit in the game, a leadoff single back in the second. And that's been it for Coffee.
So Conley's going to take that in the dirt for ball one. 1-0 the count, 2 outs. The Bears leading 6-0. Fastball, just excuse me, check swing, tips it on, so it'll be 1-1 the count to Conley. 2 outs, 1-1 the count. Conley McDaniel. Pitch by off speed. Taken for strike 2. Nice changeup. So 1-2 the count.
2 outs here, top of the fourth. 6-0 your score. Houston County get all 6 of theirs in the bottom of the third.
Oh, nice changeup. And Conley just got a piece of it to stay alive. Young man's battling hard. 2 strikes. 1-2 the count. 2 outs. Nobody on. Fastball on the outside taken for ball 2. So 2-2 the count. Conley McDaniel with 2 outs. As Bill said, Bears are already up 6-0 here in the top of the fourth. It's a pitch. This ball popped up out of play over by the back of the first base in the hometown Bears dugout. So we'll stay right here at 2-2, and we'll do it all over again. Colin McDaniel back in the box. Ethan Kenny looking in.
Right now, it looks like the wind has stopped. The flag not moving out there right now.
McDaniel calls time. Yep. I'm just going to say McDaniel called time. Here's the pitch by Ethan. Off speed on the inside taken for ball 3. So now we have a full count to Conley McDaniel. See if Ethan can get him here. Off speed inside. And that'll be Ethan's first walk of the afternoon. Conley McDaniel will trot down to first base. So with 2 outs, the Trojans have a runner on first base. That'll bring up the bat the pitcher, Eli Wood. Eli batting left-handed. Here's the pitch, fastball taken, ball 1. High in the zone.
Taven Harden, third baseman on deck.
We're going to call time, and coach is going to come out and talk. So we're not going to have a pitch. He's just going to talk to Ethan and calm him down.
6-0 your score here. Houston County been kind of a quiet game.
It is.
Other than that bottom half of the third.
Yeah, well, it started out as a pitcher's battle.
Yeah.
But, I know these guys, but, walks will kill you.
Yeah.
And then you come to that with this, like you said, Houston County speed, that some timely hitting, and then the big hit by Ethan Kenny, a 3-run bomb over the center field fence, and here we are, 6-0.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Kenny, in that at bat, he took 2 fastballs, I'm talking about right down the chute, and he just let them go. And then he almost got called out on third strike. It must have just been barely off the plate, and then the very next pitch he hits a bomb over the left center field fence.
So we're back to play now. Everybody's back to in position. Ethan Kenny pitched for the stretch. Eli Wood fouls. No, he pops it up.
Waller coming in. He makes the catch.
Jet will make that for the final out. So we played 3.5. And your score from the Garden, Coffee County 0, Houston County 6, and coming to bat. This is the Sports Mike Digital Broadcast Network, powered by Hughes Honda.
You should be driving a Honda from Hughes Honda in Warner Robins, the #1 rated Honda dealership in Georgia, according to DealerRated.com, and home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. 0% financing available. Shop online for your next ride at HughesHonda.com. Hughes Honda on the corner of Moody Road and Russell Parkway, Warner Robins. Call 866-GO-HONDA. Hughes Honda wishes all the team success this year.
You should be driving a Honda from Hughes Honda. From Hughes Honda.
HughesHonda.com. You're listening to the Sports Mike Broadcast Network.
Ortho Georgia's walk-in orthopedic urgent care centers are open from 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Saturday. No appointment necessary. Forget about the long wait in the emergency room or urgent care facilities. Ortho Georgia's walk-in orthopedic urgent care centers are available on Northside Drive in Macon. Call 478-750-2803 and on Margie Drive in Warner Robins. Call 478-333-5960. Ortho Georgia, your choice for orthopedic excellence.
We got another pitcher.
You're listening to the Sports Mike Broadcast Network.
All right, welcome back. We're headed to the bottom of the fourth. A new pitcher in for Coffee. That's number 14, Will Day, a junior righty. And he comes in. I'm not sure. We'll have to figure out I don't know if he just came in straight for Will Wood, if they made any other changes, but we'll see. So evidently he's in Eli Wood's spot. That's what I would assume too. I see something different. Coming up here for the Bears, we're right back like we started the last inning. The 7, 8, 9 hitters, they got it started. The big 6-run inning. That'll be Nick Hardy, Davian Hammonds, Tyson Gaines, and here's Dave to bring the action.
Thanks so much, Bill. Okay, Nick Hardy, start things off. Nick walked his last time at in his only plate appearance. Got things going, and then was later erased on a fielder's choice when Hammonds tried to bunt, and Eli Wood threw the fielder's choice out. Inside, taking for ball 1 to Nick, so 1-0 the count. Pitch. Taking ball 2, coming 3/4, almost Not quite a submarine pitcher, but he's not coming over the top with it. 2-0 the count to Will Day. Swung on hit is center fielder. And it's going to get down for a hit.
Starting it off again, Nick Hardy. Leads off with a single. Good start here in the fourth for the Bears.
So Davian Hammond, who singled his last time at bat.
He reached on fielder's choice.
Fielder's choice.
Yeah, he bunted it. He bunted it back to the pitcher.
That's right.
And they threw to second, got the lead runner. You don't want to bunt it right to the pitcher. You want to bunt, make him move a little bit.
He goes the bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike one. Yeah, I colored him in. I couldn't see the FC when he scored. Thank you, Bill. Davian Hammond is now 0-1 the count. Nobody out. Nick Hardy on first base. Will Day, the pitcher now. He's sit down at third base, and they're going to go to second base for a fielder's choice. And
they call it a foul ball.
Foul ball.
Yeah. Must have got him on the foot there.
0-2 in the count. It's Davian Hammonds with Nick Hardy on first. Will Day pitching. He looks over. Steps off the mound now, and Nick Hardy will trot back to first base and wait for him. Will Day didn't like pitching. He shakes it off, and now he comes back to the stretch.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I think that got a piece of the coach over here. That's one of those that hit the netting, the dugout, and you got your leg right up against that. That thing comes in there and will get you. I think got the coach a little bit.
So we'll go 0-2 again. So Davian Hammonds. And Davian swings. Did he foul? Did he get a piece of it?
Yeah, I think he did.
Wow. It's a foul tip. And we'll try it all over again. 0-2 in the count to Davian. Will Day, pitch for the stretch. Fouled down the third base line.
Boy, he's way out in front.
Yep.
Hit one right into the Coffee dugout there, into the netting. This one went right down the left field line there, foul.
Yeah, right to the left of Coach Hopkins. So Will Bay with 0-2 count. Davian Hammonds gets another piece
again.
up.
Yep.
So Hammonds battling hard here in this second at bat. Here's the pitch by Day. And it gets away, and Nick Hardy's going to go on down to second on the wild pitch. So 1-2 the count. The Bears, with nobody out, have a runner in scoring position.
We're here in the bottom of the fourth. 6-0 your score. Houston County 6 runs in the third. Got a runner at second here in the fourth.
So County threatening for more. Here's the pitch. Taken in the dirt. Ball 2. So 2-2 the count to Davian Hammonds after he's fouled off 4 pitches. Nick Hardy on second base. Will Day, the second pitcher of the day for the Trojans. He'll take that outside for ball 3. Now we got a full count. So been a really good at bat for Davian Hammonds after being down 0-2 and fouled off a bunch of pitches to stay alive, and now he's battled back to a full count. Will Day looks at second. And he throws it outside, and it's going to be a walk. So Davian Hammonds will trot down to first with a walk. So the Bears have the first 2 runners on here in the bottom of the fourth, already leading 6-0. Stepping in the backs, Tyson Gaines.
I would just about bet my paycheck we're going to see a bunt laid down right here. We're going to try to get these runners second, third, top of the order.
Yeah, Coffee County, Carter McMillan's come in at first.
I would bunt this thing right down the third base line. Yep. There goes the shortstop.
And he pulls it back, and it's going to go back to the backstop, and the runners are going to move up.
Well, so as a pitcher, once you see him square like that, you're taught to throw him one high because you want him to
pop it up.
Right. But that was too high. Got away from the catcher. So
Houston County will,
I don't know if
take that charity and have as the runners move up second and third. And be interested again now. Will they try a bunt again?
Well, I don't think he's got a real speedy runner there at third.
Nah.
And
see the first base. I can't see the umpire.
I would say no. I would say he's just going to try to hit something to the right side.
Tyson Gaines takes strike one. 1-1 the count. Houston County with runners at second and third, and Coach Hopkins is going to ask for a pinch runner.
Oh, now you might see something. So we're going to get
that's number 20, Braylon Talib.
Yeah, another freshman.
Pinch runner number 20, Braylon
Talib.
Another freshman.
I'm thinking of the defensive
back.
back.
Got good speed, so you might see something now. No, he's telling him to go ahead and step in there and hit, but I think you get good speed down there where if you get a fly ball or something, you got a good speed you can tag and get there.
McMillan's still on the edge of the grass. Swung on, missed. Strike two, so 1-2 the count to Tyson Gaines. Off-speed changeup pitch by Will Day.
I would like to see a bunt laid down. I'd like to see something.
Nice squeeze play.
Yeah, at least a safety squeeze.
Oh, he hit him. He didn't want to do that.
No.
A 1-2 count. So now, with nobody out, the Bears have bases loaded. And Caden Harvey, who singled his last time at bat, is going to come to play.
Not the part of the lineup you want to see with the bases loaded, nobody out. Caden Harvey, the freshman leadoff hitter. Got a good bat, good speed.
He had 4 foul balls. Okay, so
try to hit something to the right side of the field. Keep your hands back. There you go. Keep your hands
Fouls
back.
went off.
Yep. Try to hit the ball the right side.
So 0-1 the count. Nobody out. The Bears threatening again here in the bottom of the fourth. Already up 6-0.
Coffee kind of playing the corner guys up a little bit. They may come home if the ball comes to them. The second baseman shortstop playing back, they're going to try to turn the double play if the ball's hit to them.
That ball was taken in the dirt for ball one by Caden Harvey. Here's a pitch. Outside, taken for ball two. It's a 2-1 the count. Will Day does not want to get behind 3-1 to Caden Harvey with the bases loaded.
No.
Will looks in. Here's a pitch. Ball outside, taken for ball number 3. So it's 3-1 the count. Caden Harvey.
Well, he's going to have to bring it in there now. This is a big one for Caden to hit. 3-1 pitch, bases loaded. He's got to bring it down the chute right now. And he was swinging.
Going to be out of play down here down the third base line, left field.
Yeah.
Strike, which Will Day will be glad to have. Evens the count at full count. So full count to Caden Harvey.
Nobody out, bases loaded here, bottom of the fourth.
And he'll take it. We're going to walk in a run, and he's going to get a Middle Georgia Technical College RBI with a bases loaded walk.
CGTC, RBI.
Yeah, not Middle Georgia, Central Georgia Technical College. Excuse me. So 7-0. We got time here.
Tell you what, while he's out there, why don't we
take
go
a break?
Take a break and get a word from one of our sponsors.
All right.
Hi, this is Rocco Farley at CGTC. I'm the 2024 Instructor of the Year for the Technical College System of Georgia. As a CDL driver and instructor, I spend my days in big trucks, on the road, listening to the radio. CGTC is here for you. We have big-time programs in nursing, aviation, commercial truck driving, and many more. CGTC is your college for big plans, big careers, and big futures. Become who you want to be. Right.
After Coach Grote decides to leave the pitcher in. So we got bases jacked here, nobody out. 1 run already in.
Ball taking the dirt. And here's going to come Damon Hammonds, and he'll score on the wild pitch. That'll be another run. So it's now 8-0. Raymond.
And 2 runners in scoring position.
Well, do we have a pinch hitter?
No, this is Raymond Bird.
I thought he was number 2, and he's got number 5.
He's number 5.
Number 5, okay. I just got it down there. Pitch. Taken on the outside corner with strike 1.
And you got Isaiah Galson on deck. The most dangerous hitter probably for the Bears.
1-1 the count. Nobody out. Swung on, foul. Down the third base line. Just out in front, a tad too early. So
tell you what, these are 2 important runs right here. You get these 2, and then we come back in the top of the 5th and hold them. We got a ball game, boys.
Yep. Wilday comes set. Through. Off speed, taken high for ball 2. So Raymond Bird with a 2-2 count. Runners on second and third, nobody out. Bears up 8-0 here in the bottom of the 4th.
Bird staying in there in that hot and tight pitch. He didn't flinch. He was willing to take it if it hit him.
Swung on, foul back over the home plate screen. So we'll do it all over again. 2-2 the count. Nobody out. The Bears threatening for more runs after already getting 2 in this inning. They've got runners on second and third. Wilday comes set.
Oh, that did get him.
Hit him.
Yep.
Oh, so there's another hit batter. And so now
so Day, since he's come in here in this inning, he's walked 1,
hit 2
and
batters.
hit 2. No, excuse me, he's walked 2 and hit 2. Look wrong there. He's walked 2 and hit 2. That's not what you had drawn up.
Nope. So I got Isaiah Gallison with the bases loaded and nobody out. Nowhere to put him. Will Day comes and Isaiah takes strike 1.
This one is spiraling quickly for Coffee. Yep. Get a couple big hits here, and we're close to ending this game. We can hold them here in the top of the 5th.
Ball low, taken from the dirt by Isaiah. So 1-1 the count. Nobody out. Bears with 2 runs in. Bases loaded. Looking for more. Will Days come on. And just looking in. Curveball on the inside, taken for ball 2.
When you got these 3 regional games in a week, going into the week, you kind of plan your pitching.
Right.
And you kind of use these guys on this day and these guys on this day, and then you know, when something like this happens, you kind of got to stick with it because you got another game. You can't blow your next game because of this one. So
Isaiah fouls one off.
Somebody may have
2.
to go out there and take a beating just to preserve your pitchers for game 3.
Yep.
8-0 your score. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Nobody out. Bases loaded for the Bears.
Will Day comes to the plate. And Isaiah fouls one back into the screen. Count will remain 2-2. Bears with the bases loaded, nobody out, looking for more. Wanting to get 2 more runs and get 3 outs and end this game and get to the second one. Here's the pitch. And Allison swings an inside pitch in the dirt. And that'll be a Flint Energy strikeout for Will Day, the first out of the inning.
And that's his first strikeout. That'll bring up the pitcher, Ethan Kinney, who hit the big 3-run national exterminating home run back in the 4th to give the Bears a 6-0 lead.
See if Ethan make contact. He does. He hits the third base, and he's going to come home. And that's going to be fielder's choice, 5-2.
Had the corners up again and hit to the third baseman. He had to go to his left a little bit, but he planted his feet, made a good strong throw to the plate to get the lead runner. So close to sneaking out of this, maybe.
So Noah Odom will come to bat.
All right, we're going to have a pinch runner for, a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Colton Smith, another freshman. They just keep bringing them in.
Noah Odom struck out twice. Takes the ball 1 inside in the dirt. So 1-0 the count. Bears still with bases loaded.
Yeah.
But there are 2 outs. They've scored twice. Want to break this thing open with another hit.
Will Day's done a good job of coming back.
Fouled out to the first base when Carter McMillan gives chase. He's got room, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. But not before Houston County scores 2 more runs. 2 walks, 2 hit batters, and 1 hit. So we played 4, and your score, Houston County 8, Coffee County 0, and we're going to the top of the 5th. This is the Sports Mike Digital Broadcast Network, powered by Hughes Honda.
Are you looking for fine meats and top-tier catering? Well, look no more. Here at the Butcher Shop, it's all waiting for you. We specialize in fresh, grade-A meats, chicken, pork, vegetables, marinade, and homemade sweets. Our prices are as good as any supermarkets in the area. And let's not forget our exceptional hometown service is still second to none. So stop by and see David and Amy Dean along with their fine staff. The Butcher Shop, now located right across from Lowe's Home Improvements at 1057 Highway 96, Warner Robins, Georgia, or call 478-988-9262.
You're listening to the Sports Mike.
Named the #1 best value university in Georgia, Middle Georgia State University. We have a wide variety of high-quality undergraduate and graduate degree programs to choose from that are offered at the lowest tuition rates in the state. Offering programs on 5 campus locations as well as online, our degrees can lead to careers in in-demand fields such as business, information technology, nursing, computer science, and more. Learn more at mga.edu.
You're listening to the Sports Mike Broadcast Network.
All right, you're listening to the Sports Mike app game of the week here. We're headed to the top of the 5th, 8-0 your score. Houston County with the lead coming up here in the top of the 5th. The 6, 7, 8 hitters, that'll be Traven Harden, Will Walker, and Eli Vickers. And here's Dave to bring the action.
Thanks so much, Bill. Traven Harden swings that pitch, misses, strike 1, so 0-1 the count.
Taven struck out back in the 2nd.
It's getting late for for Coffee County.
Yeah.
The Bears up 8-0 here in the top of the 5th. Taven takes high for ball 1. So 1-1 the count. Nobody on. Bears up 8-0 over Coffee County. And Ethan Kenny skips that one up to the bat. That'll be 2-1 the count.
If you
Taven Harden.
If you just missed the bottom of the 4th, Houston County scored 2 runs, still had the bases loaded, nobody out, had a chance to put the game possibly out of reach for Coffee, but Will Day came back, got 3 straight batters, and saves the inning, and Houston County just gets the 2 runs, so 8-0 your score, top of the 5th.
Taven Harden fouls that one back to the screen. 2-2 the count. Ethan Kenny's gone the distance. It's a fastball high, so it'll be full count, 3-2. And so full count here. Pitch. Swung on, hit, and that's just going to get over Isaiah Gallison's head and drop in to shallow center field for a base hit. Taven Harden's on first base to lead things off for Coffee County.
Kenny has 4 strikeouts. He's only walked 1. He's only given up 2 hits. That's only the 2nd hit he's given up here.
So nobody out. A runner on first, and that'll bring up the bat Will Walker, the left fielder, and he takes a curveball in the dirt for ball 1.
Will Walker also struck out looking back in the 2nd.
I don't know if Ethan's starting to tire or goes over to first and the runner's back in time. You know, unofficially, I've got him at 71 pitches here in the 5th inning. I don't know if he's on a pitch count or not, Bill.
He may be, but it's probably been upped a little bit. He may get
pitch
they may
outside.
let him get to 85 or 90 maybe.
Ball taken. 2-0 the count.
Further get in the season, the more you get. So usually at the beginning of the season, they usually have him on about a 65, 70. Of course, he had that one long inning. He had to sit in the dugout. And he didn't do anything but hit a 3-run homer during that end. So, but
umpire's going to walk up and just as he gets on the grass halfway between the mound and the grass in front of home plate, he turns around.
Sometimes you send that catcher out there to save those mound visits.
Yeah. 2-0 the count. Coffee County with a runner on first. Will Walker grounds one.
Ooh.
Hardy goes over to it. Gallison's got it. He's not go to first, and he won't be in time. So Coffee County has runners on first and second. No, excuse me, first and second, with nobody out. On the error by Caden Harvey.
First error of the game for Houston County. Infield is square on what they're going to do.
Caden Harvey will come in at third base. Eli Vickers steps in the bat. Coffee County with runners on first and second, nobody out, trailing 8-0 here in the top of the 5th. Curveball in the dirt, taken for ball 1. Eli Vickers.
Just want to throw strikes right here. Let them put the ball in play. Let your defense work.
Ball inside taken for ball 2.
See if he can battle back and get him right here.
Ethan looks over at second, steps off the mound. Taven Harden will trot back to second base.
Shortstop's the one working him this time, even though the right-handed hitter up. A lot of times you have the second baseman working him. But
fastball swung off. And is Nick Harden going to be able to get? No, it's going to drop down for a hit. They're going to get a force out at second because it was such a shallow pop.
Good job. Yep. But, you know, that was about as finely placed hit as you could have one. It was just a bloop over first baseman's head. It wasn't high enough for the second baseman to get over there, and the first baseman couldn't get to it. But it bounced up, and I think that was Hardy that picked it up and made a good throw over to the shortstop. Galson cover there in second.
Yeah, so Will Walker's erased, and on the fielder's choice, which really could have been a hit, just a bad break. The Trojans have runners on first and third with one out. Reed Horton, center fielder, steps in.
All right, first and third. Let's see if Coffey's willing to run that guy. Second here, down 8 runs.
Horton calls time. Raymond Bird.
So either just
signals.
getting their defense signal out or they changed it up. I don't know. I didn't see him go out the first time, but he just stepped out. They got something called.
Caden Harvey on the edge of the grass at third. Ethan throws one in the dirt.
I would be surprised with the strong arm Bird has. I would be surprised if they send that runner, because if I were up 8-0, I would throw through and try to get him out.
Fastball down the middle, taken for strike one. Reed Harden a little upset with himself for taking that pitch.
Yeah.
1-1 the count.
Yeah. Won't get too many of those. You don't want to let those go.
Ethan bounces. Nice play by Bird to keep everybody right where they're at as he digs that one out of the dirt. Keeps it in front of him. So 2-1 to Reed Harden. A little surprised that the runner first and tried to take second when that ball was in the dirt.
Yeah. I don't think he got a good read on it.
Swung on, popped up. He's going to stay in play. There's Caden Harvey's got it for out number 2.
So Kenny has a chance to get out of this. Got top of the order. Ben Fussell coming up, but first and second, nobody out. And he's worked two quick outs in a row here, so see if he can get Fussell. Finish it up here.
So
be a good job of getting out of trouble.
So Fussell has popped up to the second baseman and flown out to the left fielder. 0-2 for the day. Ethan Kenny, breaking ball, skips outside for him. Ben Fussell will take that for ball 1. Coffee County with runners on first and third and 2 out, trailing 8-0 here in the top of the 5th. Ethan Kenny just popped up. Is that going to stay in play for Nick?
Yeah, I believe so.
And he's got it. So Coffee County gets the first 2 runners of the inning on, but can do nothing with it. Ethan Kenny comes back, gets out of a jam, and we played 4.5. And your score from the Garden, Houston County 8, and the Coffee County Trojans nothing. This is the Sports Mike Digital Broadcast Network, powered by Hughes Honda.
What families need after suffering the loss of a loved one is time to come together to celebrate a life that was well lived in the way they choose and to focus on each other. McCullough Funeral Home is here to help you find the way to do just that, no matter what the right way is for you. At McCullough, it is our privilege to simply walk beside you and help guide you in the journey toward healing.
McCullough Funeral Home are proud sponsors of all Houston County High School sports.
You're listening to the Sports Mike Broadcast Network.
Precision Collision Center, located next to the Dairy Queen on Highway 49 in Byron, Georgia. Offering collision repairs, frame and unit body repairs, wheel alignments, computerized color matching, and more. Family owned and operated. Serving all of Central Georgia. Precision Collision's auto body technicians are the best of the best in the state of Georgia. Middle Georgia's first choice in automobile and collision repair. Precision Collision Center in Byron.
You're listening to the Sports Mike Broadcast Network.
All right, you're listening to the Sports Mike app, Game of the Week. We're here on the Sports Mike Digital Network, powered by Hughes Honda. Coming up here in the bottom of the fifth, Houston County has a chance they can get two, put the game away right here. Coming up here for Houston County will be the six, 7, and 8 hitters. That's going to be George Bassett, Nick Hardy, and Davian Havens. And here's David to bring you the action.
Thanks so much, Bill. George Bassett steps in. He takes ball one. Off-speed pitch on the outside corner. George Bassett, another young hitter. Not a good-looking hitter for Houston County. It's pitch by Day. It's in the dirt. Take for ball two. I think you can see Houston County take a lot of pitches right here because Day hasn't shown that he can throw strikes, and pretty sure Matt Hopkins said we're not going to help him. Here's the pitch. And just like I say that, he swings at a pitch and he hits one into the gap in between between right field and right and center. I'll get my tongue untied in a second. And Bassett with a nice swing. He'll take first base on the nice rope. Hit in the gap. So Nick Hardy, who singled his last time up at bat, scored. Come up to bat.
Tell you what, the bottom of this order is the one that's got him going.
Yep.
Both innings. Here they are again. Number 6 hitter Bassett leads off with a single.
Nick takes a pitch on the inside.
Hardy's
for ball
had
one.
a walk, and he singled and scored.
Fastball on the outside, taken. 2-0 the count to Nick Hardy. Guess what? Nick hits one to the pitcher, and he'll go to first. And fielder's choice, and George Bassett will trot down to second. 1-3 fielder's choice. So with one out, Davian Hammonds will come up. Davian's into a fielder's choice and walked. And scored. So the Bears with a runner on second. One out. Davian hits one in the left field for a base hit. Coach Hopkins will hold Bassett up there at third.
Yeah, Bassett, not a lot of speed, but he's a catcher.
So Davian Hammonds with his second hit of the afternoon, 2 for 3 on the afternoon. So Bill, you think he'll turn Davian loose on the base bat here?
Yes, I think he will. I think he's going to try to get that runner and score him out. And I don't think there's any way they're going to throw down there.
Yeah,
I think he takes off early here, either first or second pitch.
Excuse me, I had a sneeze.
Just got to get a good read on the pitcher there. And I don't think any way they'll try to throw him out.
Tyson Gaines has singled his last time at bat, hit into a fielder's choice his first time. And he'll come with the runners at first and third. Houston County already leading 8-0, looking to finish this one out.
Yeah, they're not going to throw down.
David Hammonds will take second on the catcher's indifference. So with one out, the runners at second and third. And a 1-0 count to Tyson Gaines. And the speed, just a single hit could end this game right here. And this hit went to the shortstop, McElroy. He'll throw over, but he doesn't get him. So one run will score. That's going to be an infield hit for Tyson Gaines.
Central Georgia Technical College RBI.
So now with one out, with runners on first and third, up 9-0. Caden Harvey, the leadoff hitter, comes up for Houston County. And Caden's wanting to end the game right here. This game number one right here.
All we need is we'll take a ground ball to the right side. They're going to bring everybody in now. They got everybody in, so anything that's hit right to him is coming to the plate if he goes.
Yeah, Caden's going to call time, and while Coffee County parks the bus here in the infield.
Yeah. Well, there, Gaines should definitely be going here first pitch.
He spares the bunt, he pulls back. Nice play by Eli Vickers.
Now he goes. Yeah, there's nobody down there. I was surprised he didn't go immediately, but he took off. They still had the infield up. They didn't even look at him. Let him go.
Yep. So Caden with a 1-0 count. Runners now at second and third. He takes on the outside corner for a ball, so it's 2-0. I guess it really couldn't be on the outside corner if it's a ball, so just outside. Bears up 9-0. Caden hits one to center field.
That should get the job done. Tag.
There's a throw home. And
no way they're going to get David Hammonds.
And that's your
ball game. Sacrifice fly to the center fielder, the Central Georgia Technical College RBI, and that is the game-winning RBI. Final score 10-0 here in game one. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with our final stats and our Middle Georgia University State Player of the Game. We'll be right back in just a minute. This is Sports Mike Digital Network, powered by Hughes Honda.
Being there, every minute, year after year. As your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, it's not just our way of doing business, it's our way of life. Providing the energy our community relies on every day. And as a Touchstone Energy Cooperative member, that means value that goes far beyond the energy we provide. It's value you can't really put a price on.
Flint Energies, serving your community since 1937.
This is the Sports Mike Broadcast Network.
Hey, sports fans, this is Pastor Jim Perdue from Second Baptist Church right here in Warner Robins. We're located at 2504 Moody Road, and we'd love for you to join us on a Sunday. We meet at 9 a.m. for life groups and 10:30 a.m. for worship. You can find out more information on our website at secondfamily.church. That's secondfamily.church. Our prayers and support go out to all the coaches and athletes for a safe and successful season. From Second Baptist Church, your second family.
You're listening to the Sports Mike Broadcast Network.
And right on cue, that's your Second Baptist postgame show. Final score, Houston County 10, Coffee 0. Dave, you got our final stats ready?
Yeah, I do. Houston County scored 10 runs on 6 hits. Coffee County had 3 hits on the afternoon with no runs. And the big story for Houston County was Ethan Kenny going the whole distance. He walked 2, struck out 4, gave up no runs. And then Eli Wood, it's a tale of 2 halves. First 2 innings, he pitched beautiful. He faced 6 batters, retired all 6 batters, and then in the 4th inning, the wheels just came off. We lost a little control, and then Ethan Kenny hit the bomb, 3-run homer, make it 6-0, and then Houston County came back and scored 2 more runs in the 4th inning, and then 2 more in the 5th. That's the story of your game.
All right. So final score 10-0 Houston County. Our Middle Georgia State University Player of the Game is going to Ethan Kenny. Ethan was 1 for 3. He had the big 3-run home run back in the 3rd inning to put the lead out to 6-0. And on the mound, he went the distance. He had 4 strikeouts, only gave up 3 hits. So our Middle Georgia State University Player of the Game is Ethan Kenny. So final score here in game 1, 10-0. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in about 25 minutes. Start game 2 for Dave Hulsey. This is Bill Beatty. You're listening to the Sports Mike Digital Network, powered by Hughes Honda.
This is